What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? Polo. We're back. We got a topic to talk about, man. It's official now. You know, the Feds, Department of Justice, they will be seeking the death penalty against your guy Jeezy Mula, real name Dejon McBean, for the murder for hire plot that he allegedly orchestrated, which resulted in the death of Clarissa Burgos and the shooting of Chinaman. Chinaman survived. Rissa passed away. Was quiet for a few months. Ex-girlfriend by the name of Dolly, they saying, was, speaking on things, but they trying to blame her as the reason that this case got put together. There was a tip that came into the jail, which resulted in Jeezy Mula's cell being searched. During the cell search, he was found with a phone broken up. Allegedly, while they was attempting to gain entry into his cell, him and his cellmate was blocking the door, not letting them get entry. And while they was, preventing them from entering the cell, they was in there trying to break up the phone. Those are the pictures of the phone when they got that they extracted from the cell after the search. From there, his chin got arrested, Chelsea Harris, on Instagram, for allegedly being the girl who walked out of the car, allegedly being the girl who lured Chinaman to a specific location, then alerted the shooters and got out the car right before the shooting took place. She didn't extend no warning to Clarissa, the other female in there. She just got herself out of there and they shot up the car, shooting both of them and killing Clarissa. Also arrested was Carl Pacavelle Smith, right? It's not exactly sure right what his role in it. I think they were saying that I guess he tried some type of communication, like we're putting it together, the finishing touches. I don't know if that was getting the shooters or transferring the money or whatever, but he's arrested. Another arrest was Trophy Wife on Instagram. I'm sorry, I don't have a real name at this moment. Maybe I'll put it in the video. She was like a label A&R or something. She's been arrested. We don't know exactly what her role is in it, but when it comes to Jeezy Mula, they look at him as the brains behind it, and they are seeking the death penalty. Mind you, at one point, Jeezy Mula was somebody that a lot of kids in New York City, especially Brooklyn, looked up to, right? He was what you would call going viral for being a scammer. Fly cars, jewelry, money, designer clothes, right? Pictures, all for Instagram. A few video cameos, right? I think he was in the Casanova Don't Run remix. He was a rapper himself who had pretty decent music if he could actually stay out of jail. But for some reason, y'all, he just couldn't stay out of jail. I want to say since about 16, 17 years old, Jeezy Mula probably pushing 30. He probably in his late 20s, And he's been in jail for the most part of that whole time. He'd been home for short stints. Come home, get it up, buy Richard Patek, go to jail. The last time he came home, he ran it up, got a Patek, and went to jail. It was like he came home just to get a Patek and go to jail. It was crazy. Then while he's in jail, right, indictment after indictment. The first indictment was a gang shooting indictment that allegedly they tried to shoot some Bread Gang members. Kyle Reality speaks about that. He was actually on that drill, shot the wrong person. Him, Sport, Telly, locked up. Kyle Reality, star witness, allegedly, they cop out. 10, 12, and 11 or something like that. Jeezy was doing a bid right now, was doing his time for a sentence of 12 years. He had already probably been in jail for about 6, probably. Jeezy Mula probably already been in jail for about 6, 7 years. They gave him 12, so he was finishing up that bid and was hoping to come home, but no. Chinaman disrespected his moms on Instagram, right? He wasn't the first person to play the video. He wasn't the only person to play the video. Chinaman put the video up of his mom's getting into some type of altercation in her car or whatever. They saying that video is what caused Jeezy Mula to, act on his anger. and try to get Chinaman killed. They tried to get Chinaman killed 2 days before the actual shooting happened where Clarissa died. He survived, shot up his car a bunch of times. A couple days later, they try again. Now, yeah, Chinaman isn't the sharpest knife in the drawer, man. I think it's safe to say that, right? After people trying to take your life, you right back outside. The girls with him, they was all into, you know, from the hood. They should have knew better also, even though that doesn't justify it. But if he wasn't gonna be able to let them know, like, yo, I'm on, people on my head right now, y'all shouldn't be riding around with me. They should have knew that you can't be in them streets with certain individuals. But, you know, all that hindsight is 2020, right? So with all that being said, right, the latest situation between Chinaman and Jeezy Mula, they said started on Instagram back and forth, you know, because allegedly Chinaman was the one who put Jeezy Mula on. I got a whole bunch of videos about this, talking about it. Go back and do the research, check out the videos to be caught up to date. But I'm just going to give you a quick little rundown, right? Chinaman was the OG, one of the four founders of the scam and shit in Brooklyn. Allegedly, he put Jeezy on, along with a bunch of other people, right? Somehow, some way, they was cool. Somehow, some way, things got crossed up. They wasn't cool no more. They got into it, who got more money back and forth. You know, Chinaman showing hundreds of thousands, $1 million on Instagram. Jeezy doing his thing, showing his stuff, but he been locked up for so long. So the back and forth happens. They end up putting Chinaman's posting Jeezy's mom on Instagram, some type of situation she had with, she had like a fight in her car or whatever. And from that situation, it was saying what had got the button pushed on him. Now, we got to wait and see if they can prove it. Right now, it's all alleged, but they are charging him. And they are seeking the death penalty. It's crazy because Jeezy Mula used to do it all for the Instagram, right? All for the likes. All he really ever had was Instagram because the kid been in jail most of his 20s, his whole 20s, right? But it's crazy. He did it all for Instagram. His life was Instagram. Now he might lose his life because of a situation that started on Instagram. So with that being said, man, just sit back, think, take all this information, and come up with your conclusion, how you feel about it. But like I said, Jeezy only had Instagram for a lot of his life. Because like I said, he was in and out of jail. Fronting, in and out of jail, back and forth, to keeping his name at a high level was only on Instagram. He was praised on Instagram. So to let somebody disrespect him on Instagram, allegedly he couldn't go. He couldn't have it. And the button was pushed. But we got to wait and see if the feds can prove it. But as of right now, they are seeking the death penalty. But on that note, it's your boy Poe. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I might do a live on this later. Shout out Batty Bills. He's the one that put me on to this situation. I definitely might do a live tonight. Tomorrow, me and Batty Bills are going to talk about it. But until then, man, I have to drop this video ASAP and get that out there. But yours, what's the number? It's your boy Poe. I'm out of here. Peace.